Hey there guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button. So it feels like it has been forever since I sat down and actually filmed a video for you guys, and that's just because I took the longest vacation I ever have and I'm never doing it again. Simply just because I feel like it was just so hard for me to get back in to doing videos after that vacation, and honestly I kind of regret it just because I miss my motivation. And so that being said, I'm so happy to be back. I'm so happy sitting down filming videos again. Also, I just want to point out, if this looks completely different from the rest of the video, it's because I'm filming the intro yet again, because the first time I filmed it, it was corrupt. So I'm having to refilm the intro again. But nevertheless, it's still the same. But today, I'm actually going to be filming a first impression and review on the brand new Milk Makeup Blur Matte Liquid Foundation. I'm so excited to try this foundation out. They also sent over their Dab and Blend applicator as well, so I'm trying both these out for you guys today. I was sent both of these products, but that, of course, does not affect my opinion in any way. I'm not being paid to talk about this makeup at all. I love Milk Makeup, a huge fan of their brand, so I was really excited to try out their foundation. I was so thankful that them and influencers sent it over to me. But like I just said, you guys know that I'm a huge fan of Milk Makeup. Their Blur Stick is one of my favorite primers, hands down. I love it. I use it almost every single day because it does such a great job at really blurring out my pores and making my foundation just look so smooth and flawless on the skin. So when I found out that Milk was making a foundation like it, I was eager to try it, definitely. But if you guys are new to my channel and you're not aware, I do have very oily skin. I have a huge oily T-zone and I have rather large pores in that area and on my chin as well. So when I found out they were making a foundation of my favorite primer, you know your girl was about to jump all on that, because this stuff was probably going to be exactly what I was looking for. I actually haven't heard a lot of YouTubers talk about this foundation, and I'm not sure why. It did just release in the last couple of weeks or month, so I'm not really sure why, but I am eager to try it out for you guys and let you guys see what I think of it and what my first impression is. I am going to be vlogging throughout the day as well, so you guys can see my wear test and see how it lasts throughout the day too. But with that all being said, I hope you guys are really excited to see this first impression and review. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you guys had this foundation as well, I'd love to know what you think of it. While you're at it, make sure you guys go ahead and give this video a huge thumbs up and subscribe to future videos. Also hit the notification bell so you are notified when I do upload. I upload typically on Mondays and Thursdays. We're getting back to it, people. I promise you we're going to be on normal schedule very, very soon. Just be patient. I promise. But that being said, I really hope you guys decide to stick around, and if you're excited to see my first impression and review of the brand new Milk Makeup Blur Matte Liquid Foundation, then let's go ahead and dive right on in. So I feel like it's been forever, at least, since I sat down and filmed a video, but I'm so excited to be back, get back on a regular schedule, get all 2 videos up a week. I'm really excited. I'm really pumped. I have a whole video schedule laid out, so I'm really excited for all that. It just feels like today all I've done is just sat through conference calls and meetings, and I'm just like wanting to explode. But like I said earlier in the video, today I'm going to be trying out the brand new Milk Makeup Blur Liquid Matte Foundation. I actually was sent this foundation. I just wanted to let you guys know that. However, that's not really going to affect my views. I'm not being paid. I'm not being sponsored or anything like that by Milk, although Milk, please feel free to hook a girl up if you want to. But Milk was kind enough to send me 2 shades of the foundation. I have Ivory and Fair. And can we first off just talk about the packaging of this foundation? I just love it. I love the entire Milk aesthetic. I think it's so pretty and gorgeous. And then they also sent over their Dab and Blend applicator, which the packaging alone is just a holosexual's dream. I mean, let's be real for 2 seconds. And basically this is just a silicone sponge, which comes in a cute, an adorable iridescent unicorn skin packaging. Oh my god, Christine from Symbiological will be freaking out right now. And then you have the silicone sponge on the inside, and I'm really excited to try this actually, because I haven't tried any silicone sponges. I've been really interested to try this to see if it really does help with the application of your foundation or if it's just a gimmick. Really interested to see. It does feel a little weird. I'm a texture person, so I don't really enjoy this, but if it makes my foundation look awesome, then, you know, we have a new handy little tool in our hands. So I do want to tell you guys a little bit about this foundation before we dive into the application. It is available in 16 shades and it does retail for $40. It's available on Sephora.com. It is a full coverage long wear foundation with an ultra weightless feel, innovative airless packaging that helps keep it all fresh. It also claims to be pore blurring, packed with blurring microspheres to instantly minimize the appearance of pores and imperfections, and has a matte finish. Its oil-free formula eliminates shine and leaves a smooth matte finish. It is silicone-free, cruelty-free, oil-free, mess-free, and vegan. So basically, it does every single thing that I want my foundation to do. It's going to blur my pores, it's going to give me a full coverage, and it's going to give me a matte finish. So basically, it's an oily skin's dream. That's all I have to say. Like I said, they did send me 2 shades, so I'm going to see which one works for me. So these are the 2 shades they sent over. This is fair and that is ivory. Fair is not really that fair, so I'm probably going to end up going with ivory. These are the 2 shades blended out. That one is ivory and that one is fair. Fair definitely has a lot more pink undertones, whereas ivory is kind of neutral, so I think that's what I'm going to go with. I am going to insert some comparison swatches to other foundations that I have so you guys can see. If we're on the same shade, usually you guys can see what it looks like compared to other foundations that I own. So for the directions when it comes to applying the foundation, it does say that you should shake it well before use and apply 1 to 2 drops to the center of the face and blend outward layer as needed. You do get 1 fluid ounce in it as well, and it's also dimethicone free. I did not include that earlier. So I am going to prime my skin with the Milk Blur Stick. I'm assuming this is what they probably would recommend that you apply it with, since, you know, it's blur foundation, blur stick, you know. This is also one of my favorite primers to use, and I know how it works with a lot of other foundations I have. Typically, for my first impressions, I do usually use the Hourglass Mineral Veil Foundation Primer. However, I do not have that primer on me right now. I'm completely out of it, so this is what we're stuck with, and honestly, like, I don't mind. I love this primer so much. So I'm just going to twist this up, and we're just going to apply it like so all over the face, and this is going to help blur any pores that I have as well. And the Hourglass primer was going to do that no matter what, so I typically only use like silicone primers that have that kind of smoothing base property to it, so either way, we're gonna get that feel. So just say on the back of the box to shake well before use, apply 1 to 2 drops to the center of the face and blend outward, layer as needed. So that being said, I don't really like to apply foundation straight on my face. I kind of want to put it on my palette beforehand and then blend it out because I don't want to go ahead and apply too much to my face. I'm also going to be doing different applications on both sides of my face, so I'm going to be taking the beauty blender that I have to this side. I like to use a damp beauty blender. That's typically what I'm advocate for when it comes to foundations. I love using my beauty blender. And on this side of my face, I'm going to use the silicone sponge from Milk. So I'm just going to take this and apply 1 good squeeze on my face. And I'm going to go in with the silicone sponge first. This is already going to be so weird for me. I'm just kind of swiping it on. I mean, the bright side about using a silicone sponge is that it's not going to eat up any excess product like my beauty blender would. It's just going to give me the straight full coverage, and it's going to go a long way. Oh my god, this is so intense with the full coverage. It's so weird. Like, I want to use like a beauty blender, but this is why I didn't want to apply it straight on my face, because I knew if I did this, like, oh my god, like that little bit, it's going such a long way. Bright side is you can use this to get around your brows like very well. I'm trying to like tap it into my skin. I feel like with this, it's just making the foundation like sit on top of my skin. Wow. Okay. So the sponge is making it go a long way. I think I'm gonna have to apply it on my forehead as well because we got so much on our face. Wow. Okay, we're gonna blend down our neck just a little bit to, you know, compensate for how much we have on. I feel like it's just sitting on top of my skin with the sponge though. Like, I don't like this at all. I really don't. Like, I just really want to take a beauty blender to it. Is that cheating if I do that though? I kind of have to. There we go. Now we're getting rid of that excess product. And it looks better now. Like, it's just so much on my face. I can't get over it. Okay, so I'm gonna go with the beauty blender on this side of my face now. And I feel like it's gonna eat up so much product, but I'm not gonna hate that. See, it just looks so much better, I think, with a beauty blender. I feel like it looks like my skin. It's kind of meshing it into my skin a little bit. It doesn't feel like it's just sitting on top of my face. Yeah, with the beauty blender, it just presses it into the skin. With the silicone sponge, you're not really getting that pressing into the skin motion. It's just kind of sitting there. I'm telling you guys, I will advocate for the beauty blender like almost every single time. But as far as the coverage though, it looks amazing. Like, this is intense full coverage. Like, this is double wear full coverage for me. Oh my god, like, that's amazing. I'm just gonna take the beauty blender over here on this side of my forehead as well, just because I want to press in that silicone sponge foundation application a little bit. Oh yeah, oh yeah. There we go. That looks so much better when you press it in. Wow. Like, that is some intense coverage. I'm impressed. I am sincerely impressed by the coverage of this foundation right now. Oh my god. I'm not even needing to do a second layer of it. Like, it is intense. I feel like this is the first time in a long time I don't need to do a second layer, and like I still have some product on my sponge, so I'm just kind of blending it down to my neck. I feel like it looks so opaque. It's so full coverage. It looks amazing. It definitely is a very matte finish. Like, there's no shine to it at all. It reminds me of like the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation just a little bit. There's not really that much of a glow you're gonna get with it, so if you have dry skin, I don't know how much you're gonna like this since it is so matte. And my pores are gone. Like, you can't see them at all. And it's also just super lightweight. Like, it doesn't feel heavy at all. Typically, with a lot of very full coverage foundations and very mattifying foundations at that, they can feel really heavy on the skin and just feels like you kind of have like a cake base going on. But with this, I definitely don't have that. It's not that tacky. I do get a little bit of transfer, so I am going to have to set it just lightly with some powder, probably my RCMA No Color powder. But other than that, I love the application of it. I think it looks beautiful. I really hope it stays like this for the rest of the day. And you guys saw how quickly I blended that out, like no problem whatsoever. Really quickly, really easy to blend out with the sponge as well. I thought that maybe since I used a beauty blender, I was gonna have to go in for another layer, but absolutely not at all. It is a perfect match to my skin, actually, which I'm really impressed about. I typically don't have a perfect match, so I really love this so far. And I love the packaging of it, the fact that it's a squeeze tube. So far, Milk, you got me impressed. I'm really digging this right now. I will say that I'm not a fan of the silicone sponge. Typically though, when I get a foundation, I'm not usually buying the tool or the brush that they recommend you apply it with. However, since I was sent this one, I figured I'd give it a try, but I just don't like the silicone sponge. I feel like it just makes your foundation kind of just sit on top of your skin. It doesn't really blend it into the skin. Even though it is a full coverage foundation, I still don't want to feel like I have a layer of makeup sitting on top of my skin. I want it to melt into my skin. And I just feel like with the beauty blender, it naturally just kind of melts into your skin and it doesn't feel like it's just sitting on top of there. It makes it feel a little bit more lightweight. So I definitely probably would recommend a sponge with this. I don't really see myself using a brush with this either. Typically with very matte foundations like this, I don't usually tend to use a brush because it will make it feel more heavy on the skin. But that being said, I feel like that was incredibly short. I just breezed right through that application. I'm gonna go apply the rest of my makeup and I will be right back to check in with you guys. So I am back and it is now 3:09 if you can see that on my phone, and honestly I am so impressed by this foundation. I think all my powders, my bronzer, my blush, my highlighter, they all went on very smoothly on the skin. It looks so nice. It doesn't feel too heavy either, and honestly I didn't have to apply that much powder. I just did my RCMA No Color powder and I kind of just set it like around my T-zone, my smile lines, and just lightly dusted to where I knew I was going to apply powder at, just so I knew that those would go on very smoothly. And honestly, I had no problem whatsoever. If you guys are curious what other makeup I am wearing on my face, I will leave it in the description box down below, so make sure you guys head on down there and check it out. I am wearing the brand new L'Oreal Color Riche Matte Lip Liner. This is in the shade Matte-Stermind. Very punny, 112. And then had the NARS Velvet Lip Glide in the shade Stripped on top of that. So we're gonna see how well this wears for the rest of the day. Like I said, it is kind of late. I was kind of busy doing conference calls and meetings all day, but right now it is 3:12. So I'm gonna go ahead and call the check-in time around like 3:15 for you guys. And we're gonna see how this wears for the rest of the day. I actually am gonna take my camera with me so you guys can see how it wears out the rest of the day. And I am gonna be having like dinner outside. So we're gonna see how it also fits in with the North Carolina humidity as well. But like I said, this doesn't feel heavy at all, so I don't really see it budging at all. I don't really see it getting too oily since it is a very matte finish. And so let's hope that it looks this great for the rest of the day, and I will check in with you guys later. Hey there guys, so I just want to come on here really quickly and show you guys what the foundation looks like. It is almost 5:30 right now, and it hasn't been that long, but I think the foundation looks really good. Usually around this time, like, my foundation would start probably breaking up, since it's been about like almost 4 hours or so, I think. Normally it would start breaking up, but not today. It looks really good. I'll even zoom you in so you guys can see how it looks. And like, I took the soft focus filter off of my camera, but I think it looks really great. It's even blurred the pores a lot as well, and it's been a pretty humid day. But that's about it. I just want to check in with you guys really quickly in natural daylight so you guys can see how it looked outside the studio and just how it was wearing. So that's about it, and I will see you guys later. Well, hello there. What is up, guys? I am back. It is about 11:30 at night. I've had this foundation on for about 8-ish hours now, and I have to say, I am pretty impressed. Now, when I first applied this foundation, I thought it looked beautiful. It was everything that I wanted. It was that complete soft matte finish. You got the nice blurring effect with your pores, and it was amazingly full coverage. I will say that the foundation has broken up here on my nose. It's not as bad, like there's still foundation there on my nose, but it is starting to look a little cakey. I can feel the oil building up on my nose, and I have not blotted at all today. I haven't touched up or anything, but that's the only place that I'm seeming to have trouble at. I still have foundation on my chin. Right here at the bottom of my chin though, it is wearing off, but I do tend to touch my chin a lot. But really, it's only wearing off right in here in this area, which is very typical with me since I do have a very oily T-zone. I'm definitely not as shiny as I typically am with a foundation by the end of the day. Typically, around this entire area of my face and on my forehead and chin, I am just like a huge pile of grease and look like I went swimming in bacon grease. It's pretty nasty. If you guys have followed me for a while now, you guys probably know how my foundation looks by the end of the day. Let's be real for 2 seconds here. But I definitely think that the coverage has lasted for a long amount of time, and for it being like almost 8 hours now, I'm pretty impressed with the longevity that it's given me. Now granted, if I had probably blotted and touched up the other day, it might not look as bad. I will say that I find the results to be pretty average for me when it comes to a foundation wear. Usually around the 8-hour mark, this is when it starts to look like. I've never really had a foundation look better than this after 8 hours, so I will give it that benefit of the doubt. So when it comes to the pros and cons of this foundation, I definitely think that it looks way better on your initial application. I think that it looks flawless. It's perfect for photographs as well because it has a very minimal flashback at all. I will say that though, throughout the day, if you're wanting a foundation that's going to have a longevity to it, this may not be the best one. Again, I do want to keep trying this foundation out. I definitely like it a lot. I will keep trying it out and experiment with other primers because I think that if I was to use a more mattifying primer and to use a heavier powder, that possibly it would look a lot better. So you guys will see this in a favorites video if I do continue on liking it with other primers and testing it out different ways. That's the only negative side about doing first impressions, that you don't really know how it works with any of the products. So I definitely want to keep trying it out for you guys so you guys can really see what I think about it. But just going on a first impression alone, I think I would have to give it probably 4 stars just to give me on the safe side. I'm not going to give it 5 stars because obviously it has broken up on the center of my face, but it's not the worst foundation I've ever seen. I do have a lot of foundations that look so much worse by the end of the day, but typically with a mattifying foundation, this is probably how it looks by the end of the day, besides my Lancome one, which is like my hands down holy grail mattifying foundation. I will say that if you have more drier skin, you may not like this foundation. I find that if you did, you would have to use a more radiance or a more hydrating primer underneath it to really get that nice kind of glow from within, because it is more of a soft matte finish. It's not demi matte at all like a lot of other matte foundations that I typically review. It is a very soft matte, so there's going to be no shine to your skin whatsoever. So I definitely recommend mixing in a liquid illuminator or using a more radiant primer underneath it. As far as the silicone sponge, I don't like this. I probably will never use that again unless I'm doing like an Instagram hyped makeup tutorial. I don't plan on using that silicone sponge. I just did not like that at all. I felt like it just made my foundation sit on top of my skin, but I definitely would recommend probably using a beauty blender with it. I feel like that definitely helps the foundation sink into your skin more. I will say though, as long as the day went on, as my oil kind of came in contact with the foundation, it did give a nice little shine to the skin. It did provide a little bit of a glow, and it doesn't have that soft matte finish anymore. But I will say that, you know, because of that reason specifically, it has made my foundation break up on the center of my skin. So I will say if you have more normal to combo skin, you probably definitely love this foundation. Dry skin though, I don't think your guys are going to like it that much. But that has been my review of the brand new Milk Makeup Blur Liquid Matte Foundation. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you guys have tried this foundation, or if you guys plan on trying it out, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Let's have a little conversation down there. And while you're at it, make sure you guys go ahead and give this video a huge thumbs up and subscribe for future videos. Also hit the notification bell so you are notified when I upload videos. I upload twice a week on Mondays and Thursdays. Soon we will get back to normal schedule, I promise. But that's about it for me today, guys. All my social media links are linked right up here, so make sure you guys head on over there and check out those. And that is about it for me today, guys, and I will catch you guys later. Bye bye.